How's it going, everyone? It is Friday, June 14th, 2024. Let's get into the pick from the last video, which was Unity short. So we took that short yesterday, somewhere at the close. So I got in at around 1680. Short has been producing today. Our expectation was that the market would just kind of waffle around, not really do much. We didn't think it would make a new all-time high. I thought it would be kind of compressed. Maybe we'd dip a little bit into the range. There's a little bit of a bearish bias in the short term, but we are continuing on U. So market is flat, U is down, so it's doing exactly what we wanted it to do. And we had this long red candle at the open. We're getting some follow-through selling, and now price is just kind of compressing a little bit, maybe dying a bit for today. And that's okay, because this daily chart is so weak, and it tends to just kind of continue to drift lower. I'm okay with holding it longer. It doesn't make too many choppy, big moves. Versus something like Liberty that we traded over here, where it makes a big move, it compresses, then it makes a big move, so it's a little bit more stair-steppy. U has a more defined trend, so I feel more comfortable sticking with this position and not really having to panic to take any gains at this point. So I like U right now. I'm not worried about exiting. If we do get a very, very tall bounce, then that's a warning sign to me that maybe some support is in. I would still lean on the daily chart and look to take profits on a retest of that support. So just so it's very, very clear, if we close on this candle here, we got a nice long green candle, maybe up to 1735, somewhere over here. I'm not panicking. I know that sellers are still in control of this trend. We're probably going to see a retest of this low, and then that's when I would get out of the trend. So those are some of the warning signs. I added a little bit to the trade today. I added maybe 10%. I'm trading shares on U, but added 10% on this bounce over here to VWAP. So bounce, still a lot of relative weakness for today. And I get a nice entry price, and then the stock will kind of continue lower. So I'm going to set an alert at the low of the day here. This is a pretty dead day and pretty dead day in the market. U is looking good. There's some decent volume here, but overall, I think that it's not, low of the day could be in. We might kind of leak lower for the remainder of the day. So we'll keep an eye on it over here. If it breaks the low of the day, then we'll be able to check on it, see what's up to, see what the stock is up to, and then kind of see what the market is up to. Now, speaking of the market, no changes yesterday. We're still kind of neutral to mildly bullish on a longer-term time frame on the D1. There's not a lot of economic releases coming out for the next 2 weeks, so there's not going to be a lot of market catalyst. I think we're just kind of going to drift around. Maybe I think goes a little sideways. I don't have a ton of conviction on the direction we're going to go. I think we're just going to drift around for a while. If we poke through the gap, and then we see some support, that could be a nice opportunity for longs. If we kind of overreach here on the top, and then we get a nice bearish engulfing candle, I think that's a nice opportunity for some shorts. Keeping the trades pretty short term, pretty light. Again, very strong D1 charts in either direction. Getting excellent entries and then selling into profits. That's kind of my plan for taking these directional trades. Also looking for put credit spreads and call credit spreads, some premium selling strategies. We had a nice win on WDC earlier this week, so we're going to wait for the next pullback here. Some nice strength, and then we're going to reload on those put credit spreads. Not a lot of earning time spreads that come up on Friday, so don't really check them here, but with earning seasons coming up in about a month or so, we're going to see some more earnings time spreads going to be recommended. So let's take a look at the market on an M5 level today. Gap down, sideways motion, right? So early in the day, the first hour of the day, I was like, all right, this is mildly bearish, but it's a low volume day, and I thought we'd get probably some sort of repeat of what happened yesterday, where we gapped up, tested the bid here, triggered some sell stops, and then we kind of rallied up higher for the rest of the day. So it's kind of this midday bullish reversal sort of pattern. And the clue really was this key bar at 12:30. This is the first one that, hey, support might be in. Very long, bullish engulfing candle right back into the range. I think that's a very strong signal bar. Today, a little bit of weaker price action. We have market gap down here. Try to rally back into the gap. Couldn't get anything going. Sellers knocked it down, testing this horizontal range here again. And if I zoom out just a little bit, I've kind of redrawn this horizontal range. I mentioned yesterday that we could be in maybe a bearish trend, a wide bearish channel over here if I move to the M15. So something like this could be possible, or it could be a more horizontal trend. I'm not really sure. But in any case, it's fairly low probability. So we had potential to have maybe a breakout earlier in the day, and it was looking good at this 1035 candle. And then same idea here, 1040, bullish engulfing candle, pretty decent volume if you look at that 1.0 volume over here. Pretty decent volume, and we got a strong response back. We got a strong move down, equally strong response back. Okay, so at least now this puts me a little bit more neutral. Test VWAP over here, test this all-time high. We hit this range again. Market drops down lower and actually take a SPY long right around here, assuming that this support's going to hold, and then we're going to catapult back to the high of the day. So very choppy price action sort of day. You really want to get great entries on your stocks because the market's going to take a step up, come back, test the bid, then make the next leg higher. So I'm mildly bullish for the day here, maybe a 1 bullish. I think we have potential to fill in the gap. I am long a couple of stocks over here at the moment, so I'm going to give a day trading long pick, and I'm also going to give a potential swing trading pick if it sets up. That swing trading pick on the long side will kind of balance out our portfolio because we have U short, but we don't have any open longs at the moment. A couple things to note here, just looking at the market components here. A lot of bearish breadth overall in the sectors. Comms was doing pretty strong today because Netflix was very, very strong. Tech was doing okay in the morning, and it looks like it's selling off a little bit later in the day. So I'm kind of looking at more at, what's tech doing versus market breadth. And if both tech is strong and there's a lot of market breadth that is strong, then I'm very bullish. If tech is weak and there's a lot of market breadth that is weak, then I'm very bearish. And if we have one or the other, then I'm a little bit more mildly bullish or mildly bearish, depending on what I see. So that's kind of how I use these market components over here. So to recap here, long-term bias is mildly bullish. Short-term bias is a little bit more neutral. And then my M5 bias here is mildly bullish. So that sets us up for some nice day trading longs. Let's look at some tags that I had earlier in the day. First one that I liked quite a bit was Shop. So not the best D1 chart, but certainly very good for day trading for a couple of reasons. So, well, I can actually get rid of this trend line because now that's been invalidated. But we had this post-earnings reaction, bearish, formed a base, rallied through its earnings gap, through the 50 SMA, through the AVWAP. So if I'm trading a reversal pattern, I've noticed that personally I like to have some strong price action and at least a break through the 50 SMA. So that tells you that, hey, buyers do have some control. And this is a really nice tight trend on Shop. So really like this pattern on Shop. Let's look into the M5 chart. And by the way, you can see that we have some room until the 200-day SMA. So you have plenty of room over here. This stock is just grinding higher. So we got this nice move up higher early in the day. Rejection on this red candle. Was this 10:05? Okay, this came in actually separate. So this didn't match the 10 o'clock candle, which is big. That tells us that this is actually more stock-based than market-based. No follow-through. Held the gains at VWAP, and then we started to grind higher, grind higher. So this stock is grinding higher. This is actually a great entry point to the stock. I don't know if I'm potentially willing to add on a day like this. This is just really choppy. I got a good entry point. I'm just going to kind of ride the trade higher until it stalls out, maybe get a double top. So Shop is going to be my day trade long. Let's see if there's any other nice setups here. I think I got some alerts earlier today. AAL is a nice day trade short. Post earnings reaction, caught up to the SMA, breaking down to this compression. And here's the compression break here, just kind of doing nothing. So if AAL can break the low of the day, I think that'll be my day trading short pick of the day. So I'm going to just AAL short day trade. So that will be on the short side. I'm not sure if that'll set up, but that's what I'm watching for personally. A couple of the nice picks here. Target is looking good. It's got to get through that 200-day SMA as well as this low from this earnings candle, both providing a little bit of support. So if it can actually get through that level, then we're in good shape. So far, I love the weakness on the stock. We got a very strong move down. Maybe actually pull it up over here so you see this is the 200 SMA. Strong move down. We're just kind of chopping around here. We might need a retest of this 200 SMA and then a break through that new low of the day. That would get me very excited to get a nice short on target. I'm not too worried about this low minus trend line if we get through over here. I think target would have enough relative weakness to break through that point. So keep an eye on target. That's a nice swing short that's setting up. As far as a swing long that I like today, I am going to go with Costco. Costco has been just an absolute menace, I feel like, for the past year. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with their hot dogs, but they are doing something. So let's zoom in here on this daily chart a little bit. These blue lines are just sort of kind of the range that I drew in terms of the intraday compression. But if I were just to delete them for a second, so we clean up the chart a little bit, what I see in Costco is that we have a strong trend. Earnings didn't really change too much. Strong trend, compressed over here sideways, off the 8 EMA. Now, if we can get above this high and kind of break out above that level, I would be long on Costco. And I actually wouldn't even be mind being long on Costco earlier today. It's certainly not a bad setup, more of a bull flag than a compression breakout. But if Costco can break out of this compression and hold above that level, that would be a very nice swing long. We could probably get another nice 1 ATR move in the stock, even more potentially, probably like a 1 to 2 ATR move. So I like what I see in cost. So that's going to be our swing long pick of the day. If it sets up, let's look at the M5 here. I'm not sure if it'll set up. It's been grinding higher. Volume has been okay. And you can see we have this level right here around 855. So I'd want to see us clear that level before we get, before I really feel confident in trading Costco. So that's going to be my long pick of the day. So yeah, those are our picks. Shop, day trade long, AAL, day trade short if that sets up. So let's add these all to our YouTube picks. And cost swing long. And that's it. So we're going to keep it light today. Pretty dead day. Waiting for some side of, move or end of the move one way or the other to get in some premium selling strategies. So again, just keep it patient. Don't have to force any trades today. I think on an LPT day like this, one great trade is all you need. So if you get a great entry on a stock like Shop or on a stock like AAL, you get a nice dollar in that move. You're in good shape. So thanks for watching, everyone. We're going to take a look at how these picks did on Monday.